So rapper and actor Ice-T was doing an interview on a radio show, and he was talking about a prevalent issue that goes on in Los Angeles about checking in. Now, checking in is calling and letting people know you coming in the city, and so they can look out for you so no one would target you or mess with you, right? But I have a little opinion about some of this, but let's go ahead and review this.
Anyone to come to LA and die or get in, it's not what it looks like. It's very deceiving. People like, well, I don't check in. I check in.
Yeah.
I'm from here.
Yeah.
When I'm coming in, and I call the homies like, I'm about to touch down. We pulling up.
Yeah.
I check in. Like, I make sure people, your friends in LA will rob your
Yeah.
other friends say, we didn't rob you. I tell people, I'm like, when you're in the streets, any major city, and you're out by yourself, you should always be a buddy system. There are cars riding around.
Before you continue that point, let's talk about this checking in, right? So as black people, we got to check in certain areas, so you're going to go in certain neighborhoods, whatever. Even certain black celebrities that come inside places like LA, they pretty big on that about checking in, right? But white celebrities don't have to check in. Asian celebrities that come around the same areas the black ones do, they don't have to check in. A lot of groups of people come into LA all the time. They don't check in at all. I don't hear them checking and making the Kardashians check in. If anybody need to be checking in, it should be them. All the money they made off of black folk. They definitely should be checking in and paying the hood tax. And nobody be taxing the Kardashians at all. All them actors in Hollywood and all that, none of them have to check in. Just the black people. That's the screwed up part about it. I'm like, if you're going to make somebody check in, make them all check in. It's just that simple. But see, you know who to play that with. Because you know if you go do it to a Kardashian or one of them other folks, you going to know LAPD going to be on you, California Highway Patrol going to be on you, FBI going to be on you, ATF and all them other groups going to be on you real quick. If you talk about making them check in, putting RICO cases on y'all. But so that's why y'all do it to black people, because you can get away with it. Because you wouldn't dare. If you so gangster, make everybody check in that come in the city. Be at LAX, standing right there in front of, hey, you didn't let nobody know you came here. What's up with that? No, you can't leave the airport till you holler at us. Why y'all don't go to the airport and tell them that? People be coming in, them celebrities be coming in all the time at LAX. But you're always doing it to somebody black. That's what get on my nerves, man. It really get on my nerves. Let's continue.
With people hunting. And the reason I know that is because I've been in those cars. You're not safe. You're coming here. You've got money. They don't. Mm-hmm. And you could be victimized because they're hungry. Now, are they out to get you because you're out of town? No. They're just out to get anybody. They'll rob me. You see the size of my chain? You know what I'm saying? I got on a nice watch, but when I'm in the hood, this shit's not.
So Ice-T here, right? He's a very accomplished brother. He's a legend in hip hop, very accomplished actor. Everybody know who Ice-T is, right? And Ice-T still have to watch himself going into LA in certain areas, I guess, that he's in. And the part about LA, don't think that, I'll be in Beverly Hills, I'll be safe. I'll be up there in Calabasas and I'll be safe. Because no, the issue with LA is that them type of dudes, they roaming around everywhere. In anywhere in LA or that vicinity. They roaming around. It's not like a lot of cities where you got Pookie and Ray Ray kind of relegated to their areas. And if you in that area, then you should know what it is before you go in there. No, it's not like that in LA. I just know that from being out there and also talking to many people who live out there in LA. Now, I will say this about LA. I get a lot of love when I go to LA. A lot of support from people in LA. And shout out to LA. The weather is beautiful in LA. Last time I was in LA, it was in August, and it was awesome. In the evening, it was like in the 50s. And then like during the day, it was like maybe like 75, 80. It felt real good. Because the funny part is that time I went to LA, I booked a Holiday Inn in LA. And I said, okay, I thought this was a decent area. Man, I got on the outside of that Holiday Inn. And I'm like, no. I got on the phone with IHG, And I was like, look, I can't stay here. Oh, this area don't look good at all. So I'm like, what area, what do you, I say, you know what? I say, let me think about it. I don't want to go to Laguna Beach, down that area, or Anaheim, because we need to stay in L.A. I said, look, what do you have in Beverly Hills? Let's find a hotel over there. Forget it. And they said, we got a Kimpton right there in Beverly Hills on the gave me the street. And I think that hotel was like $3 a night. I was like, I'm going over there. Listen, I will pay $3 a night for that room to be in an area where I deem that it's safe for me. It was my wife, my daughter, my little girl, and my grandson that at that time. I was like, I'd rather pay that and have a peace of mind than be where I was at the time and say, oh, hell no. Because one thing I don't do, ladies and gentlemen, I do not stay in anywhere that looks shady, that got me looking around. I won't do it. I will pay the extra money to stay places where I know I'm good. Period. That's why I say I do not do that anytime. Look, I don't do that struggle 99. I always tell people too, I'm not the guy to rob because I don't carry no cash on me. I don't. I mean, okay, you take my wallet or in my cards. Well, shoot, I'm gonna get my money back on my cards. But no, I don't wear a bunch of chains. I don't do that either, because I just have a mindset about chains. I'm like my ancestors had chains around their necks. I don't need no chain around my neck. That's how I personally feel about it. Now I wear a watch, I wear my wedding ring, things like that. But I wouldn't be a good guy to rob. I always tell people that. But what I see is saying here to me is utterly ridiculous. And see that the checking in is only targeted toward black people, and that's my problem. If you're gonna make somebody check in, make them all check in, no matter what nationality or whoever it is. Now, let me know what y'all think about Ice-T here talking about the checking in part. Now, some people go to Los Angeles all the time. Say, I don't know what he's talking about. I'll go and I'll check in to anything. Well, you may not be in certain areas, maybe that he go to, but in LA, you just always gotta watch it out there. They very serious out there about that gang stuff. I'm not saying everybody's involved with that, but you got the black gangs, the Hispanic gangs. I mean, that's a real culture out there.